After nearly 3 months of devastating fighting and amid fears of Gaza war spilling over, diplomatic activities have heightened at the moment. But the question which still remains to be answered is who will rule Gaza once the war is over. Jordan's King Abdullah II, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas, the three leaders had gathered for a summit in the Jordanian city of Aqaba to discuss the war. And the trio have called for pressure to be maintained for a ceasefire and to protect Palestinian civilians. After their meeting, Royal Palace issued a statement reiterating the need to maintain pressure to end the Israeli aggression on Gaza. It also highlighted to ensure sufficient delivery of aid to alleviate the catastrophic situation which the Gazans are facing. Moreover, the trio were clear in their statement and warned Israel against attempts to reoccupy parts of Gaza or establish safe zones in the Strip, stressing the need to enable Gazans to return to their homes, while also reaffirming their rejection of any Israeli plans to displace Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza. Now, remember, the summit comes as the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in the region, who's on his fourth visit to West Asia since the war broke out in early October. Blinken, who met with Palestinian leader in West Bank, and the duo discussed the post-war plans for Gaza, including steps towards the establishment of a Palestinian state. Now, the U.S. Secretary of State also has made it clear to the Israeli government that Palestinians must be allowed to return to their homes in Gaza as soon as conditions allow. He also said that they must not be displaced from the Strip.
In today's meetings, I was also crystal clear. Palestinian civilians must be able to return home as soon as conditions allow. They must not be pressed to leave Gaza.
But as the war nears its 100 days mark, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that Israel has no intention to occupy Gaza or displace its civilians.
I want to make a few points absolutely clear. Israel has no intention of permanently occupying Gaza or displacing its civilian population. Israel is fighting Hamas terrorists, not the Palestinian population. And we are doing so in full compliance with international law.
Israel, which enjoys U.S. support for its goals of destroying Hamas and recovering hostages, the allies, though, differ about what might follow the Gaza war. The U.S. position is that Gaza is Palestinian land and will remain so. Washington, however, says that Gaza must be ruled by Palestinians. But last week, Israeli Defense Minister unveiled a plan for a post-war Gaza, where Yoav Gallant had outlined Israel's plans for the next phase of its assault on the besieged Gaza Strip and scenarios for the day after the war ends, which said that Hamas will no longer control the territory and Israel will retain the overall security control, while a multinational force will take charge of rebuilding the territory. And finally, neighboring Egypt will have the responsibility for the main civilian border crossing into the Gaza Strip that will be in coordination with Israel. Now, the document adds that Palestinians will have limited room for running the territory, but there is not much clarity on it yet. It doesn't say who will govern the Gaza Strip, and the plan doesn't mention the Palestine Liberation Organization, which is internationally recognized as the official representative of the Palestinian people.